Hello everybody, it is me, jonesrmj here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. Wave 4 just came out a few days ago, and I finally have some time with my busy college schedule to try out the new tracks with you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. So, a couple of exciting updates to the game with the release of Wave 4. So the first thing you'll notice is as we go into Grand Prix is we now have some new character slots. So we just got a new character, Birdo, and we also have 5 more character slots. So that means that we're going to be getting some new characters in the future. So there's always some speculation as to who those characters could be. I know Funky Kong is a character that a lot of people want to see return from like Mario Kart Wii. I've also heard things about like maybe Diddy Kong or something like that, or PD Piranha, because those have been characters in previous Mario Karts. But yeah, obviously it's still speculation as they haven't come out yet, but I figured for this video, in honor of the new character we just got, let's go ahead and play as Birdo. And okay, it looks like we get some color options as well. We'll just play standard Birdo. And we'll use my same customization that I like in this game. This is my favorite one to use, and here are the stats for those of you guys that are curious. So, yeah, so we are already more than halfway through the DLC. All of these cups we've already played through. These two right here were Wave 1, these two were Wave 2, and these two were Wave 3. So it is now time to check out Wave 4. So we're going to be starting off with Amsterdam Drift from Mario Kart Tour, Riverside Park from Mario Kart Super Circuit. We got DK Summit, baby. Finally, that track has been recreated. That's been my top request for a retro track for the longest time, because DK Summit was my favorite track for Mario Kart Wii. So I'm really happy to see that track finally recreated, so let's see how good it is. And then last but not least, Yoshi's Island. So that's for this cup, and then we'll get to this cup afterwards. But we're starting off with the Fruit Cup. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, let's go. Alrighty, so here we are with Amsterdam Drift from Mario Kart Tour. This is of course one of the big city tracks, and being somebody that's really interested in urban planning and architecture and cities and whatnot, I always love racing around the city tracks, and I really love that Nintendo created all the city tracks to let us race around the world. But yeah, definitely pretty cool to combine one of my favorite racing games to one of my favorite interests as well. Yeah. So, alright, got a nice little commuter rail right there, and oh wow, we're actually going into the countryside. Interesting. Definitely not realistic to have the countryside right on the border of the city, but I mean, yeah, this is Mario Kart, so of course they want to try and fit in as much as possible into like a reasonable track size, so I get it. But yeah, so I do think Amsterdam would be a pretty cool city to visit in the future. The architecture seems pretty cool, as well as like all different canals and whatnot, and oh crap. Yeah, as you guys cannot tell, I haven't played Mario Kart in quite a bit of time, especially because I've been super busy with like college and whatnot. And yeah, oh okay, looks like we're actually going to go underwater. That's pretty cool. Racing in the canals as well. Let's see, can we do a trick off of that? And yes, we can. We can go on top of that little boat right there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, as I was saying, I think Amsterdam would be a pretty cool city to visit. With like, it does have some pretty cool architecture with like the row homes and whatnot. And yeah, I apologize, I'm playing kind of bad. I haven't played Mario Kart in a while because of college and whatnot, and even with a little bit of free time I do have for gaming, I've actually mostly been playing Smash Bros. Because I've been trying to get better at that game as well. Which I actually probably will upload a Smash Bros. Clip pretty soon. Oh my gosh, I can't... I keep fumbling around, I can't drive straight. I mean, it also probably doesn't really help that I haven't, really been playing Mario Kart Tour at all, just because I don't really like Mario Kart Tour, to be honest, because of all like the microtransactions and the pay-to-win that game kind of is like, and it's just not really that fun to play as compared to like the Mario Karts on the consoles. But so yeah, so this is obviously my first time playing this track, so please excuse me if I'm like fumbling around a bit, but you know what, doesn't matter, because we are starting off this video with a nice first place win. Woohoo! But yeah, for those guys who haven't seen my the Let's Plays for the previous waves, we have been maintaining a first place streak, so obviously the goal is to continue doing that. So let's see how long we can keep that going. So anyway, without further ado, let's move on to the next race. Alrighty, so here we are with Riverside Park, originally from Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance. Now I do have to say, I do really appreciate seeing Nintendo give a lot of effort in recreating these GBA tracks, because, I mean, if we're being honest, like, Mario Kart Super Circuit was honestly the worst Mario Kart. Not necessarily because it was like a horrible game or anything. I mean, there's no such thing as a Mario Kart, or there's no such thing as a bad Mario Kart, excuse me, I can't talk today, but, yeah, there's no such thing as a bad Mario Kart, there's just less good ones. And when it comes to Super Circuit, I mean, it was cool that it was the first Mario Kart on a handheld and whatnot, but, I mean, the Game Boy Advance, even like, back when it first came out, it was honestly, like, pretty underpowered. And it was pretty underpowered of a handheld, and it just couldn't really handle Mario Kart that well, and just the controls, the graphics. I mean, obviously the graphics were not that great, but, I mean, graphics are not the main thing that make a game good or bad, obviously. But, I mean, even aside from the graphics, like, the controls were just kind of wonky and slippery, and just the overall performance of the game was kind of sluggish. It just wasn't really that, like, great of a Mario Kart. I mean, it was still fun to play, don't get me wrong, because it's awesome Mario Kart, but, it just, compared to the other Mario Karts, it definitely lacked polish and whatnot. But, yeah. So I definitely do really appreciate seeing, like, the GBA tracks getting recreated with, like, all this effort to, like, completely transform them into, like, a new track, compared to the otherwise, like, boring, raycasted tracks that we had in GBA. But, yeah, well, just curious, how are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments, how you guys are doing. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing alright. I mean, I am in the thick of things with college, so as you can tell, like, by my uploading schedule, I just have not been uploading that many videos at all. And that's just simply because I just don't have the time to. I'm just so busy with college. I just really, I like, the free time that I do get, I have to be, like, I have to, like, pick things that I can get to, and I just don't really have time to make, like, the full in-depth, like, urban planning content that I've made in the past. And, like, so, like, most of my free time is usually spent, like doing a little bit of, like, gaming or going to, like, different clubs and stuff for college and whatnot, but, yeah, so again, I apologize that I haven't really been able to upload that many videos, but, yeah, anyway, here we are with, DK Summit from Mario Kart Wii. Now, for those guys who've been watching me for a while, you guys know that I have been wanting Nintendo to recreate this track for so long. This was my favorite track in Mario Kart Wii. So finally, it's been so many years that I've wanted Nintendo to remake this track, so I'm so happy that that day has finally come, and already I can just admire, like, the updated visuals and whatnot. But what I'm curious to see is if they've changed some things, and I hope that if they did change anything, it's for the better. So, okay, it does look like they kept the half-pipes, which is good. The half-pipes obviously are what really make this track fun to play on, so glad to see that they kept them. But what I'm interested is, so, like, right here there's a section in Mario Kart Wii, we can usually, like, jump over this onto the track, and okay, cool, we can. Now, okay, it looks like it wasn't quite as much of an advantage as it gives you in Mario Kart Wii, because of just Mario Kart 8's physics are a little bit different. But yeah, it looks like it's still possible. Definitely harder to do though. Like, it definitely, like you saw, it definitely looked harder to do. But yeah, it also looks like in that main half-pipe section back there, they also, like, cut up some of the half-pipes. Like, instead of being, like, one continuous long half-pipe you could trick off of, they, like, broke it up a bit, which I'm assuming that was to make the track probably a little bit more harder. Probably a little bit harder, excuse me. And also just, like, to get, like, people to, like, actually, like, play the course more instead of just riding the half-pipe across the whole section of the track. But, I'm not sure if I really like that change, but, I mean, other than that, it seems like it's pretty good if it was, like, the normal way, without jumping over. Honestly, I think I'm not going to jump over the gap, because it just seemed like, in this game, because of Mario Kart 8 physics, it's going to slow us down a bit more, but, okay, we can still jump over the thick snow like that, but, yeah, you can definitely tell that the Mario Kart 8 physics, are a little bit, like, they're not as, like, you don't get as much airtime in Mario Kart 8 compared to Mario Kart Wii, so I gotta be honest, like, riding the half-pipes, it's not quite as fun as this track was in Mario Kart Wii. Like, Just the physics in Mario Kart Wii I think worked better with the half pipes and with this kind of a track. I mean, I'm glad to see that they kept the half pipes in this remake, but yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't think it's as fun as the Wii version. It definitely has better visuals for sure, and it still is a fun track, and I'm glad that they didn't change too much like they did with Coconut Mall, where they completely got rid of like the cars in that one section. But yeah. Alright, just gotta avoid those Shy Guys. And but yeah, overall though, it seems like a good remake. Just, I do think the Wii version was a little bit more fun, but still, I'm happy to see this track remade in HD. Definitely is great to see. I'll definitely have to play it more often so I can get used to playing this track with the Mario Kart 8 physics. But yeah, overall, I think I like the Wii version a little bit better still. But anyway, without further ado, let's move on to the next track. And alrighty, here we are with Yoshi's Island. Now, I don't see like an abbreviation for like a other version of Mario Kart, so I'm assuming that this is a brand new track, but again, that was the case with Ninja Hideaway, and then I had a bunch of people correcting me in the comments that that track was also in Mario Kart Tour as well, so again, I apologize. So you guys, like, I'm just gonna assume that this is a new track, but if this track is in Mario Kart Tour, I apologize if I didn't mention that, but yeah. Well, I apologize if I say this is a brand new track, and like, when it turns out it's actually from Mario Kart Tour, but yeah, it's like a pretty interesting track. Now I will say, so funny story about like Yoshi's Island in general is, so like I did own a Nintendo DS Lite as a kid, and I definitely played that thing quite a bit in my childhood, and I obviously had like the usual games, like oh yeah, there's that like enemy out there from like Yoshi's Island. I remember that from like the days when I used to play that game. But yeah, like I was saying, so when I used to like play on my DS Lite, which I actually still have my DS Lite to this day, I just obviously haven't like played it in a while just because I've been playing more of the newer stuff. But back in the days when the DS was really popular and I was playing it, I had like a ton of games on my DS. I obviously had like the Mario, you know, like Mario Kart and Super Mario 64 DS and like Mario Party and whatnot. Like I had like all like, you know, like the classic games, New Super Mario Brothers. Like obviously everybody had those games, but I also had a couple of Yoshi's Island games as well. And I do remember like there was this one game, Yoshi's Island game. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I did get pretty far in it as well. Like I did put a decent amount of hours into the game, and I do remember playing it and getting decently far in it, and yeah, some of like the question mark blocks with or the question mark clouds with the wings and that enemy off in the distance. Like I do remember seeing those in the Yoshi's Island games, so definitely adds a little bit of nostalgia to this track. But yeah, so there you go. That's just a little funny story. I actually did play Yoshi's Island back in the day. I don't know if there are any newer Yoshi's Island games. You guys will have to let me know on that one, but yeah. This does seem like a cool track though. I like how it's like it's obviously like an island track where you go like through the cave, you go underwater, and then you climb up like the mountain over here, and you got like a volcano below us. Yep, that's a volcano back there. Like this definitely seems like I like the track for like offering like a variety of like terrain to play on, and then it also like how it throws in the little like elements from Yoshi's Island. Definitely a cool, fun track. I wouldn't say it's like an amazing track that blows your mind, but definitely a fun little track to play on. But alright, there we go, first place again. Now I think, yeah, that was the last race for this cup. So yeah, we still got one more cup after this to play, but yeah, so far we're off to a good start. We got first place, we're keeping up that first place streak, and we got to play DK Summit again, which again, that was my favorite track from Mario Kart Wii, so I'm super glad to see that track back again. Now I do think, like, I am a little disappointed. Like, I do think just it was more fun in Mario Kart Wii just because of like the physics in Mario Kart Wii were better, but well, they were better suited for that track. I mean, obviously it's like subjective if you prefer Mario Kart Wii or Mario Kart 8's physics, but I do think the track was a bit more fun in Mario Kart Wii just because Mario Kart Wii's physics suited it better. But regardless, it was still nice to see that in recreated Mario Kart 8. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and view our results, and then we'll move on to the second cup of Wave 4. Alrighty, so here's our little highlight reel. We'll go ahead and watch it real quick. And okay, it's showing the Amsterdam track. So let's see, any exciting moments? Okay, oh, so we did hit somebody with a green shell. That's cool. And then okay, yeah, I got my red shell right there. Oh, I did get killed with that, and yeah, there we go, first place in the Fruit Cup. So yeah, off to a great start. So yeah, there we go. There's our nice golden trophy, and there's our nice 3-star ranking as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the. Actually, I don't even know what cup is next. We'll find out soon. All right, so yeah, single player, Grand Prix, 150cc. You know what? We'll go Bodo again, but for to kind of go with, I guess, the jonesrmj channel colors, we'll pick the green Bodo for this match. Although that is a lighter green, the jonesrmj colors have a darker green, so not quite like exact, but it's fine. Okay, so our next cup is the Boomerang Cup. So we've got Bangkok Rush from Mario Kart Tour, we've got Mario Circuit from Mario Kart DS, Waluigi Stadium from Mario Kart Double Dash on GameCube, and then we got Singapore Speedway from Tour. Okay, so we get 2 city tracks. Alrighty, cool, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so here we are with Bangkok Rush from Mario Kart Tour. Now, despite being somebody who knows a lot about cities and whatnot, I actually don't really know too much about Bangkok or Thailand. So, for those of you guys who do know a lot about those cities, let me know down in the comments below, what is Bangkok really known for? I mean, obviously, I do know it's like obviously in East Asia, and I know like what Thailand is on a map in general, but I don't really know too much about the actual city itself. So, you guys let me know what Bangkok is mostly known for. Okay, looks like we got some sort of like canal system here. It's pretty cool. Does Bangkok have shallow canals like that? You guys let me know. Again, I do apologize if I play bad, just because this is my first time playing these tracks, guys. So which again does make it more authentic as well, and I kind of I'm doing that on purpose because I want to kind of experience these tracks with you guys. But at the same time, I might kind of fumble around a bit and not really be used to these tracks, and therefore I might play badly and whatnot. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. But so far we're off to a good start. We're in first place, so obviously the goal is to keep that first place streak going. But okay, I do like this track. I like the scenery. I like we got this nice little hill right here. That's pretty cool. I like the little downtown sections as well. They look pretty nice. Got the skyscrapers and whatnot. Oh, this looks like a pretty neat monument. And again, I do like how the city tracks, like each lap varies in terms of the route you take. I like that. I like that the city tracks do that. And oh, okay, let's look at this little shortcut thing we can take there. That's cool. Okay, just gotta, yeah, those arrows. Just gotta pay attention. Excuse me, to pay attention to those arrows. Sorry, guys, I can't talk today. I'm tired, guys. You know, with college, like don't get me wrong, like college has overall been like pretty good for me. Like I've been doing pretty good with like grades and stuff, and I've been enjoying it for the most part overall. Like just like that responsibility and the freedom and whatnot that comes with like just the independence and whatnot. But at the same time, I just get bombarded with work. Like I get so much work, and I just barely have time. Like I barely get that much free time to do like other things as well. And by the time I do get free time, I'm usually so tired that I might do a little bit of gaming on my own, or I might go to like the video game clubs or some of the other like computer science related clubs for like programming and whatnot at my school. But yeah, that's like the main reason why I just haven't really been able to upload that much, because I've just been so busy with homework and stuff from college. And yeah, I'm just thankfully I have a little bit of a break now to get to play these tracks with you guys. But yeah, it's just definitely not too often to get a lot of free time in college, which, you know, it is life, but definitely isn't always fun. But yeah, I do apologize that I haven't really been able to upload much because of that. But yeah, anyway, we got our first place for the first track of this cup, so off to a great start here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next race. Alrighty, so here we are with Mario Circuit from Mario Kart DS. Now, okay, that section looks different from the DS version, but yeah, now I'm gonna be honest, this is definitely not like the most exciting track from Mario Kart DS to really like recreate in Mario Kart 8, but It's all good. I'm sure that it looks like they added like a little wooded section, which is new, because I don't remember there being a wooded section in this track in the DS version, so it'll be interesting to see what that section's like. And okay, the Piranha Plants are spitting fireballs at us, so that's new. And okay, yeah, we do have this nice little wooded section here, so that's a little bit different. I do have the feeling though that even with this wooded section, this is going to be definitely one of the more basic tracks. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having some basic tracks, but yeah, definitely not going to be the most exciting track for sure. But I mean, I get it. You can't really like. There's only like, I think Nintendo, like whenever they recreate these tracks, like they always try to debate like, should we change a lot and make it feel like a new track, or did so many people like this track that we should keep it like pretty similar to the original? I think that's always like a battle, like an internal battle that Nintendo has when they recreate retro tracks. Because I know like on some hand, like I know for instance like I remember some people complained like with Music Park when they recreated that in Mario Kart 8, a lot of people complained that it was the same thing, or it was too similar to the Mario Kart 7 version, but then you have other people that were like, but the Mario Kart 7 version was so good in it, so we really didn't want them to like fix what isn't broken. Like, you know the good old saying, don't fix what isn't broken. But which honestly, like I do agree with that saying. Like, if something is good, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's always great to like try and like think about how to make stuff better, but sometimes things are already like really good enough that they really just need like nothing more than just refinement, you know? Oh my goodness, a little bit of a slip up there, but we got a decent lead on the pack, so that's pretty good. And we are almost done, I believe. It would be cool if we could go inside the castle, but sadly we can't. Like go inside Peach's castle back there, but alrighty, there we go, another first place ranking. So I think we got 2 more tracks left before this wave comes to an end, but yeah, so far continuing to keep that first place streak. We just got 2 more races to go, so let's keep it up. Alrighty, here we are with Waluigi Stadium, originally from Mario Kart Double Dash. Now this was actually recreated in Mario Kart Wii as well, so I mean obviously this is gonna have better graphics than the Wii retro track, but the Wii version of this retro track. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see aside from graphics what changes they make in Mario Kart 8. So I will say that dirt texture though looks really good, and so do those fireball textures as well. And okay, it looks like they did keep the half-pipe over there from Mario Kart Wii, when Mario Kart Wii recreated this track, but yeah, the half-pipes in this, unlike DK Summit, the half-pipes in this track, well maybe this section they can be kind of useful, because you can like jump over the piranha plants like that, but okay, we got some tiles on the track, but oh yeah, I do really like these dirt textures look really good, especially with like the mud and like the reflections of the water. This track looks really good, I have to say. Doesn't really seem like it's too different though, from aside from like the graphics though, but again, like this track was pretty good as is, so they didn't really need to change too much. I think it would be interesting to see if they recreate DK Mountain from the GameCube, because that track was another pretty popular and fun track from Mario Kart Double Dash, so I wonder if they'll recreate that one in future ways. That would definitely be a track I would like to see recreated as well, at some point. Okay, I see like those little paths up there that you can take, but I'm not quite sure how to get to them. I guess maybe you have to go on the right side instead of the left side of the half pipes, but yeah, we can try and do that on this next lap. But I will say, yeah, the tracks in this cup do seem to be, with the exception of I guess Bangkok. I forget what the Bangkok track was exactly called, but yeah, that track was a little bit tricky just because like you have all different paths in the city and whatnot. They have to figure out like which paths are the most optimal. But Oh, okay, so I guess you have to time the half-pipe trick to get onto those platforms up there. Okay, I was gonna try there, but then we got this blue shell coming, so... Yeah, I'm not gonna try when there's a blue shell coming to screw me up. But, yeah, definitely have to try those next time I play this track. But, regardless, we got what we got, first place again, so, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and, move on. We've got one more track left, so, yeah. Alrighty, and finally, last but not least, we have Singapore Speedway, and oh, I already love the look of this track as well. Now, Singapore has always been known as like a pretty like clean city with like beautiful architecture and whatnot, so yeah, this track does a pretty good job of showcasing that, it looks like it. Alrighty, we got some nice palm trees right there. Yeah, I love the look of this track. This track looks very clean and vibrant. Which, yeah, Singapore is another city I'd love to visit sometime. I don't really know too much about like what there is to do there, but I do know, yeah, you got the infinity pool on this building, which is pretty cool. I do know this building in Singapore. You always see it in like the skyline pictures of Singapore. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I don't really know too much about like what activities there are in Singapore, but or like museums and whatnot, or like what it's really known for, but it does seem like a pretty cool city to... Can I snipe him with that banana? Oh yeah! That was a pretty clean snipe. Alright, now we're going into, yeah, this seems like a more like a typical like Asian themed area, which is pretty cool, like a bazaar. Pretty cool. And what's not pretty cool is getting hit by that blue shell right there, but at least it masked the impact of that red shell. Guys like what I did there? Okay, I didn't want to hit the water because I'm not sure if the water would help us or hurt us. In this game, to be fair, it probably would have more likely helped us, but okay, this is interesting. Is this supposed to be like themed after like a roller coaster or something, or like this section of the track? I'm not really sure, but again, I do really like the visuals of this track. I love how vibrant it looks. This might actually be my favorite city track in the game so far. I just love how vibrant it looks. And here we are. What's definitely not vibrant is getting hit by that blue shell. And how did two people pass us? That was quick to get past by two people. Okay, just gotta get the draft off of him. There we go. And, alright, come on. We gotta keep this first place streak going. We can't lose it now. My goodness, where's the finish line? Okay, there it is. Alright, come on. Yes! Alrighty, guys, our first place streak lives another video. We now just have 2 more waves left to keep up that streak, which, actually, now that I think about it, that kind of makes me sad. We're already getting sort of close to reaching the end of the DLC. Which, yeah, is kind of sad. That means we only have 16 more tracks to look forward to, but I mean, you know, all good things must come to an end, but overall, definitely I'm really enjoying the DLC. A lot of these tracks, I mean, some of these tracks are a bit more boring, or not as good as others, but overall, I think they're all pretty fun to play on, and I do really like getting all the city tracks from Mario Kart Tour. I think that is definitely really cool, but yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and view the results. Alright, so here is our replay for the Boomerang Cup. So, okay, it's going to show the Mario Circuit replay. It's not going to show, wonder why it's not showing the Singapore replay, because that's when we got that awesome snipe with the banana. That was pretty cool. That would have been cool to see in the replay, but, oh well. Yeah, why is it showing the highlights of me getting hit? That's not a very, cool highlight. Hey, check it out. Look at when you got hit by this red shell. It's supposed to be showing the good moments when I hit other people with items. Oh well. Alrighty, so there we go. That was another golden trophy, as well as another 3-star ranking. So, alrighty, guys, this is going to conclude my Let's Play for Wave 4. like I said earlier, we only have 2 waves left to look forward to, but which will be coming out over the course of, I'm sure, the next couple of months. But yeah, guys, I can't believe we're already starting to get kind of close to reaching the end of the DLC. But yeah, overall, Wave 4, I mean, it was pretty fun, and I honestly might say that Wave 4 was my favorite one so far. I mean, it has been a while since I played like Waves 1 through 3, but yeah, Wave 4 brought us DK Summit, which, yeah, I do think the Wii version of that track was more fun, but still, I'm glad to see it recreated in Mario Kart 8, and they didn't really like mess it up like they did with Coconut Mall. I did like the Amsterdam course. That was pretty fun, and also I really liked the Singapore. The Singapore course, that might actually be my favorite course in the whole DLC so far. I loved how vibrant it was. It had a nice like balance with like the visuals, as well as the track had like plenty of turns and gliding ramps and whatnot to like mix it up a bit, and you had different routes to take. Like, yeah, that's honestly probably my favorite track so far. But alrighty guys, but yeah, that's going to be the conclusion of this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss when I stream, or not when I stream, but when I premiere Wave 5. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!